Alrighty. I guess long time no see. Yeah, we've been having some technical difficulties. This video should have actually got shot like 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry for the folks out there at Saker that actually is sponsoring this video, because realistically I did promise them that this video was supposed to be out 2 weeks ago. We've been having technical difficulties with the computer and the camera. I'm sorry, but okay. This is the grease gun coupler lock. Well, you've probably seen those ones by like Lock Lube and stuff. I kind of like this one a little bit more. There's pros and cons to this style versus the Lock Lube style. And oh, this one's actually rated 14,000 PSI. Not 1,400, 14,000 PSI. And one of the nice things about this is that when you pull it off, it's not going to shoot everywhere at you. The only downside to this is the actual taking it off, okay? And not taking it off, but putting it on. Because when you pull back, you got to kind of fish it in there. I'll show you that in a little bit. It's actually quite intuitive when you get to use it. It's that second and first time that you use it, it's a little weird, but you get used to it real quick. I mean, if you figured out how to work the original grease fitting that comes with every grease gun, obligatory, blah, 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 whatever, for probably the past, half century, then you can figure this out. Because this is actually a lot easier to figure out than this. And actually, I wish they would have had these when I was a kid, because they would have made my life so much easier. Because, when you're a kid, you usually don't have enough upper body strength until you're like 6 or 7. Just shove this onto a grease zert. Unless you're one of them farm kids that, eats their Wheaties every bloody day. But, clean off all the zerts and fittings. With this being rated at 14,000 PSI, this thing will actually handle, I think, every grease gun that's out there on the market commercially. My Lincoln guns are rated, I believe, at 10,000 PSI max. Now, another thing to think about is that the hoses that you usually put on a grease gun, they're hydraulic hoses, but they say right on them, max working pressure 3,000 PSI. And I've been noticing that a lot with these hoses, that they're really not rated for more than 3,000 PSI. So they're not a full hydraulic hose, but, they are rated for some serious pressure. So it's actually pretty simple how you put this on, and this is actually an old grease gun, so I was kind of worried that it wouldn't fit, but I've already played with it a little bit. Besides, the general mayhem of... This is like the third time I've had to shoot this video because of the technical difficulties. And typically, now, it is a tapered fit, just like that. You don't have to worry about, is it going to work? Is it... Because I think this is the oldest grease gun I own, and it fits, so... Now, I'm going to be a dirty pleb and I'm going to use the adjustable wrench. Okay. Yeah. And this is what being a dirty plug gets you. It gets you your adjustable wrench screwed on there. Boy! Now, realistically, I believe, yeah, a 15 will do it. It's a bit sloppy. I'd suggest probably something in the SAE market. But yeah, it's on. It's relatively easy to use. I'm going to cut the camera right here. I'm going to bring us over to, you know what, I'm going to cut the camera right here and I'm going to bring the 1-ton arbor press over, because that, folks, it's got pros and cons to this, and why you shouldn't just chuck this in the bin, but put it in the toolbox for those 1 or 2 times that this doesn't work. Although I wish this worked on everything, because golly is it so nice to have. Alright. Be right back. Okay. This is the arbor press that I was talking to you about, folks. In a previous video, we modified this arbor press to accept grease zerts. So that we can actually get it to quit scraping as we're pushing stuff through. Now, that's great, it's fine, it's all well and good. The problem is that with this, or probably, and it'll happen with the lock lube, whatever the heck you have, because of the big end around, it does not want to lock on to the grease zert. So, you know, the holes up here that were pre-drilled, folks, for, you know, grease zerts from the factory for this thing, you know, they take grease just fine. And you can see we've got grease squirting out. You know, and I can, this one, for some weird reason, I think even with the original, yeah, even with the original grease zert tool, I was having problems with this one. I think I'm going to have to change this zert out, because I've been having problems with the, this one. Yeah. I've been having problems with this one, so I don't really expect it to grab that nice with this one. But hey, it did, finally. Yay. So, and we're gonna see. Ooh, yeah. My greasy goodness. Yay. So, there are some really nice uses for this. You know, if I was to actually have this arbor press working every single day, I would probably get another one of these and hook like 2 grease guns way the heck in the back here, so that I could, you know, just pump it a couple times in the morning and voila, I've got, you know, grease. I know that I'm going to have wonderful travel. I might end the video here, but we're probably going to go outside and we're going to try it on the lawn tractor. Because that thing has not been greased since it was bought back in 2015. I know, dirty pleb. And I do like the fact that it does lock onto the Zert fitting on the actual grease gun so that I can actually store it again. So, yeah. Let's go outside. Alrighty. There's a couple Zerts. One's way the heck down here. And it's actually been painted over, so... Let me see. Can I even get you folks in here closer? Back you up a little bit. So, awesome. Now, let's see. How well is it going to grease? Awesome. We got grease coming out here. And voila. Awesome. It's going to make my steering on this thing just wonderful. So, here it is. Nice to own one of these finally. And I do thank the folks over at Saker for sending it to me. I'm sorry that we had a bit of technical difficulties over the past couple weeks, but if you're interested, go on Amazon, and they actually will sell you these in a 2-pack as well. So thanks a lot for sending this to us, Saker, for and you'll see this thing on future videos, so don't worry. And thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.